Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Thursday, April 14th, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, we'll be going over a recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about my core plays for today, and then taking a little peek at my article for today for my DFS cheat sheet, talking about my top GPP stacks for today as well. But without further ado, we'll get into it with a recap of yesterday's picks. So we're going to start off at the pitcher position with Nathan Eovaldi, $8,500. He got 33 points out of him. I did give him a push yesterday. He was the 7th best pitcher on this slate. So for his price tag, not bad by any means. Obviously, you could have been a little bit better. I did think about Clayton Kershaw early in the day. He obviously ended up pitching 7 perfect innings with 13 strikeouts. So if you had him, you did really well yesterday. But Nathan Eovaldi was still a good play either way. Then we move down to Pete Alonso, who is our first base option here, $3,900. 47.9 points, top scoring hitter on the slate. So this one was knocked right out of the park, which he did do himself. And then we had Kike Hernandez at $2,700. 34.4 points. He was a hit. Obviously, he was the 4th best hitter on this slate. So these two guys alone scored you about 82 points. So if you had them, you had a good start. Then we had Wilmer Flores, who was $2,200, had pretty good history against Sean Manaea. He just got 3 points yesterday, so we gave him a push since he wasn't a guy that hurt you by having 0, but he wasn't a guy that helped you either at the same time. The Mookie Betts at $3,800, he got to 15.4, so he was a hit. You know, maybe you expect a little bit more for him. There were some guys that obviously scored higher than him, but he was not a bad play by any means. So call it 3 out of 5 for the day. If you count the pushes, we could go as high as 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 if you really want to say that, but there was no real true bad plays on yesterday's core picks. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the picks for today. So we're going to start off at the pitcher position, and we got Walker Buehler this time. So this is a pay-up spot, obviously, $10,500. A guy that's been very, very good the last 2 years pitching. We got Cincinnati Reds here. Kind of a hit-or-miss offense. Sometimes they'll score runs, sometimes they won't. Walker Buehler, I do have a lot of confidence in today, so I am willing to pay up for him at my pitcher spot. Then moving down to the catcher first base position, we got Salvador Perez, $3,400. Been off to a decent start so far this year. Not quite as hot as he was most of last year, but still probably hitting 4th for Kansas City today. And he is 7 for 15 with 1 home run against Casey Mize, who is starting for the Detroit Tigers today. So a pretty good matchup for him overall. Would not be surprised if he has a good day as well. Then we're going to try to go back to Jurickson Profar today. So the last time we tried to play him, unfortunately, he did not end up starting in that game. He's $2,900 now. Off to a pretty solid start so far this season. Goes against the Atlanta Braves. Charlie Morton is pitching in this game. He's 4 out of 11 against Charlie Morton in his career with 1 home run. So it could be a little bit of a favorable matchup for him as well. Not too bad of a price tag overall at $2,900. Then we got to talk about outfielder Aaron Judge. $3,800. Been an okay start this year. Nothing super special, super great at this point in time. But Aaron Judge going against Kevin Gausman today is 8 for 17 in his career against Gausman with 3 home runs, which is the top hitting matchup against the pitcher they are facing today. So Aaron Judge have a pretty good amount of confidence there and think it could be another big game for him against Kevin Gausman today. Then last but not least, we have Andrew Benintendi. He's $3,100. Decent start to the year so far. Goes against Casey Mize today. 3 for 9 against him in his career with 1 home run. So if you're looking to stack some of these Kansas City guys with Andrew Benintendi, Salvador Perez, maybe if you want to do that with Zach Greinke in the pitching spot, that's definitely something you can do as well. And then obviously, since we do have Walker Buehler in the pitcher spot, maybe you want to stack a couple Dodgers in there as well. I do like Cody Bellinger quite a bit today as well. I believe he's at $2,700. Almost picked him over Andrew Benintendi, but went Benintendi just due to the past history against Casey Mize overall. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players, a little bit tighter on money today, $11,300, just over $2,800 per player, so you're going to have to find a couple of value options there. If you go over to my MLB DFS cheat sheet, you'll be able to find quite a few there as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to the cheat sheet and talk about my top GPP stacks for today. So I have the Dodgers going against the Cincinnati Reds. Looks like Luis Ceza is going to pitch in this game. Reverson Martin's probably going to come in after him. You know, 2 guys I'm not afraid of when it comes to pitching, so I do like a lot of Dodgers players today. There are some of them that are pretty reasonable price tags as well. And then the last one is actually a game stack pretty much with the Pirates and the Nationals. 2 teams you probably wouldn't think I'd be talking a lot about. Obviously, the Pirates have a pretty good day yesterday against the Cubs. Was on a little bit of that myself. So we got Adon pitching for the Nationals today and Brubaker pitching for the Pirates. not two guys I'm afraid of from a pitching standpoint. I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored in this game. So I do have a decent amount of exposure to both Pirates and Nationals. And then even sometimes doing a full game stack between both teams and then kind of mixing and matching a couple of value pieces from there as well. But with that being said, these are my core picks for FanDuel for today for the main slate, obviously, as well as my top GPP stacks. As always, if you have any questions about MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate. Might be one of my core 5 here, might be some of my top GPP stack options, or it might be somebody completely different. Definitely interested in hearing what you guys have to say. But with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's MLB, NBA, or NFL. USFL is starting up on Saturday. I'm going to try to do a little bit of content for that as well. Obviously, the first week is going to be very, very hit or miss, just since we don't know a lot of these players. We don't know how these teams are going to run and everything like that. But definitely be sure to be on the lookout for that as well. And then with that being said, if you are a newer current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.